Hello everyone. I was initially writing notes about this for my next news videos, but it became long enough to be its own video. As most of you already know, the secret core that Robert has been working on has finally been revealed. It's not a 3DO or CDI core, but a Nintendo 64 core. Now that is a real shocker because it's long been believed that an N64 core would be impossible to work on the DE10 Nano, but we still need to keep our expectations in check. There is no FPGA core yet, and the work that's been done so far is only in software emulation form. So far on the software emulator, you can see that Mario Kart is running. But if you follow Robert on Patreon or Twitter, then you would know that he always starts his FPGA cores by developing a software emulator that will be one-to-one compatible with the FPGA core. For him, it helps speed up his FPGA work. Robert also warns us that it's unlikely for the CPU to run at its full 93 MHz. He has ideas for working around things to help make games run at full speed on the MiSTer, and he alluded to having two different code bases. An accurate code base that will be too much for the MiSTer, but be ready for any possible future and more powerful FPGA system. The other code base will be less accurate, but optimized for performance on MiSTer. The Patreon post focused on the CPU work, and Robert will comment more on other parts of the console in the future, but he says that the CPU is the most complex part. Robert's motivation for working on this N64 core was just because he loves the system, and that's usually the motivation for most cores. Developers mostly want to work on something that's meaningful to them because MiSTer is usually a side project that they work on for fun. And while I do have a wish list of cores that I would like to see come out in the future, I'm not in a rush to see them happen. That's because there's so many great software emulators out there that allow me to play what's not yet on MiSTer. So even if this core never works on MiSTer, Robert will most certainly have fun attempting it. Also, the code will not go to waste because it will be ready to be ported for any future FPGA system. If you want to help this core become a reality, you can support Robert on Patreon. He gives more details on the future core and his history behind the N64. I personally do not have much history with the N64 because when the console came out, I started attending college and wasn't able to afford a new console. It was much more important at that time for me to obtain a computer so I could get some schoolwork done privately. Of course, getting that computer made me even more of a PC gamer. So the N64, PlayStation, and Saturn consoles came out at a time when I started doing more PC gaming. But I did enjoy playing my friends' 32 and 64-bit consoles at the time. So what's your history with the N64? Please let me know in the comments. So that's it for now. I look forward to seeing the progression of this core. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can get updates regarding it. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.